Y'all thought a white girl with 500,000, 500,000 followers, bashing men all day, wasn't gonna go out and get a man? Y'all thought she was gonna sit and talk to y'all asses?
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't lied.
You want to know how I really feel? Don't get mad. You're gonna get mad. I feel like you shouldn't get married. And I know I've already said this, but whenever I go to give advice on all these horror stories that I see, whether it be with like Hailey Bieber or other people, I really wish women would stop getting married.
Many months later.
You never wanted to be anybody's girlfriend, and now you're somebody's wife.
It surprised me too.
MJ Gray told women, don't marry, marriage doesn't benefit women, and marriage is basically slavery. And if you deal with men at all, they should be serving you. Now she's engaged, and women online are upset.
I personally disagree with the entire construct of marriage. I believe that marriage signifies the ownership of women, and I disagree with it as a concept as a whole. And if you're not new to my page, you know that I have no intention of ever getting married. Yes, I am engaged. Yes, I am the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married. I did not want to get married, and I did not agree with the institution of marriage. The gag is, I still don't agree with the institution of marriage,
But this just isn't about her. The real issue is some of y'all heard a stranger online and started moving like she had your blueprint. No research, no self-check, no, does this even make sense for me? Just ran with it. And now things aren't adding up. If you're not familiar, MJ built her platform on controversial takes about dating, relationships, lifestyle. So when it comes to men, her stance was simple. Either don't deal with them, or if you do, they need to benefit you and benefit you only. No building, no mutual effort, just upside.
I don't hate men, I just use them for what they're good for. We live in a patriarchy, it's inevitable. I don't ask what I can do for the patriarchy, I ask what the patriarchy can do for me. I like most of the men that I've dated. They weren't perfect people, and they were still men, but they weren't bad people. I believe that I see men for who they are, I assess them based off what I see, and then I place them accordingly. If that doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't resonate with you. I have rights and I have a right to have a preference, and my preference is simps. That's what I want.
And now she's online spending her man's money, living her life with a man. So it's a bad deal until it's your deal. Oh, okay. This shouldn't have shocked you though. And let me say this, people can change. People can grow. People can want something different later. That's normal. That's life. The problem is speaking in absolutes like it's law and then turning around and doing the exact thing you told other people not to do. That's where it starts to look hypocritical, because now it's not growth, it's a rewrite. Because this is exactly how this type of content works. Strong takes, strict program, sounds good. Until real life shows up and doesn't follow instructions, because life doesn't move in absolutes. Now, let's talk about what's actually happening. Women didn't stop dealing with men. Women are still dating, entertaining, and sleeping with men. So that men don't matter talk, not being applied. And this whole decenter men thing, let's be serious. And I've spoken on this as well. If everything you talk about is men, they're still centered. You just went from praising to complaining, same focus. A lot of this content, it's not strategy, it's relief. You don't need them, you're fine. Okay, now what? What are you doing differently? Because if nothing is changing, you're just entertained. The behavior stayed the same. The expectations got louder. And now the outcomes aren't matching the expectations. And let's be honest, a lot of what she said about men wasn't new, wasn't revolutionary. Some women already thought that, already felt that, already said that. They just needed somebody online with a larger platform to say it louder so it sounded more valid. Because it's easier to hear men are the problem than to sit with something I'm doing isn't working. Validation feels good, results hit different. And the same women upset about her engagement are often the same ones quietly entertaining men or hoping to land the type of men she talks about. Same mindset, different results. And that part never gets discussed. Because not everybody is moving with the same reality. Results will vary based on looks, income, intentions, location, because certain spaces require something to even be in them. And let's be real, if you're a Black woman, you cannot take the perspective of white women and apply it like it's equal, because it's not. Black women do not get the same access, options, or grace. That shows up in how you're perceived, how you're approached, and how relationships play out. And we already know there's a whole conversation around Black men and Black women, the narratives, the tension, the expectations on both sides. So now you're layering extreme men don't matter messaging on top of that. You're not operating in a vacuum. You're operating in a space that already has pressure, already has perception issues, and already has uneven outcomes. Ignoring that and moving like everything is equal, that's where people get lost. You can't remove context and expect control. And we've seen this pattern. Women build platforms off extreme takes and live differently in real life. They get online, talk negatively about men, and still deal with men. Funny how that works, right? That's not being a girl's girl. That's not the sisterhood. That's fraud-like behavior. That's grifting at its finest. You can't say you care about women, then push narratives that don't actually help them move forward. Pick one. Say what you do or do what you say. Now, to be fair, there's nothing wrong with monetizing your perspective. But when you speak in absolutes without nuance, people are going to run with it. And if you're engaging with it, you help build that and create that monster. Because at the end of the day, men are still in the mix. That never changed. So it was never men don't matter. It was I want it on my terms. And if the right man shows up, a lot of those beliefs shift and go right out the window. And that's not just her. That's a pattern. You took what a stranger said, applied it to your life, and ignored your own reality. And now it's not working. These are your decisions. Nobody made you move like that. You heard what sounded good and kept what felt good, and you acted on it. So if the outcome isn't what you want, that's not betrayal. That's on you. Own it, adjust, and move better. Now, do you think MJ switched up, or was she always like this? Is it on creators or the audience? And have you followed advice that sounded good but didn't actually work? Now, if you enjoyed this conversation, hype the video, share the video, like, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I want y'all to understand and see the similarities but differential between Leslie Jones and MJ Gray, because it really do show. Both on the internet splurging the I hate men content. The only difference is one was granted the opportunity to connect and bond with a man, value the man, love him love her and value her back, versus one that has never took that initiative.
I am the table. I am the table.
Immature feminism is not just underdeveloped, it is also lacking in nuance and integrity. And creators like this, who is now engaged, by the way, has built an entire platform of polarizing content that speaks with these compelling arguments and these divisive statements about how life should be and the big bad world and the people that are out to get you and what you should do, with no idea of the context in your own individual life, and one rule for her and another rule for you, and with very little regard for the real world consequences of whatever is being spewed on the lives of her audience.
What if decentering men content is how the new pick-me's reduce their competition?
Okay.
That part.